Welcome back, Inspired to Be Me family. What's up? It's Danny here. Today we're going to talk about how I changed my life around from being a victim to being an extraordinary person with mental injuries. Man, this story is going to blow you guys away. Let's get started. When I was in 7th grade, I started realizing that I was different. However, I had this dream, I had this passion, I had this desire, I had this sweet spot to bring awareness to people with disabilities. I had this passion so deep that in 7th grade I started working with the poor family handicapped kids. And I worked with them all the way up until I graduated high school. Unfortunately, 2 days before my 19th birthday, my mom sat me down and told me that I was mentally retarded face to face. And that stuck with me for years and years and years and years and years, to where I started acting like I was mentally retarded because I believed it. Well, then 2011 came, and I became a client at Behavior Management Systems here in Rapid City. That is a mental health center here in Rapid City. And I started getting diagnosed with mental health issues. And that's when I threw my hands up and I said, "See, God, I'm mentally retarded." And that stuck with me for more years and more years and more years and more years. And I never wanted to get better. I actually never wanted to be an overcomer. And I wanted my mental illnesses to take over me, is what I wanted. Because all this time, I've been hearing that I'm mentally retarded. And so, in my eyes, getting diagnosed with mental health issues pretty much clarified that I was mentally retarded. And so I still acted mentally retarded. I still acted mentally retarded. Now let's fast forward to November 2019. Last November 2019. I made a pledge to myself that I was going to step out of those mentally retarded shoes and never ever look back at them again. And I made another pledge to myself that the year 2020 was going to be my year to live out my dream. And the last pledge that I made to myself was that there were going to be some life-altering, life-changing decisions. So let's fast forward to January 2020. I started making those life-altering, life-changing decisions. And unfortunately, one of them had to be dismissing my family from my life. My family was just too toxic. And if you guys have a family member or a friend that is toxic, just let them go. It's going to be hard, but just let them go. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve better. So after I dismissed my family from my life in January, I told my therapist from Behavior Management face to face, I said, this year, 2020, will be my year to live out my dream. And I also told her, this year, 2020, will be in my control and not my family taking control over me. So then, well, let's back up. I let my mom and my dad still have email access to it. But phone calling, that was off. Text messaging, that was off. So then, unfortunately, on May 4th, I had to disconnect all connection with my mom. And then on May 18th, I got this strong idea and this strong urge. And I talked to my therapist on May 18th, and I explained to her that this idea was not going away. And I told her the idea, and she said, Danielle, that's fantastic. You've always wanted to do this. I'm like, okay. Then on May 19th, the idea still was not going away. And I still had the urge, but this time I had a thought that said, pursue it, Danielle, pursue it. Then also on May 19th, at 8:45 p.m., I called my therapist, and I got her answer machine. I knew I would. But I got her answer machine, and I said, holy crap. I got this emotion that I cannot name. I've had it for 2.5 days. I had this urge that I cannot get rid of. And I had this thought saying I need to pursue it. Then on May 20th, 2020, I talked to my therapist about this idea and about this thought that won't go away. And she said, Danielle, you've always wanted to do this. This is so fantastic. And so after I got off the phone with her, on May 20th, 2020, mentally, I climbed up that mountain, planted my foundation, built my dream, and pursued my dream. So on May 20th, 2020, I started this YouTube channel called Inspired to Be Me. And this is my dream. This is my desire. I love it. I love bringing awareness to mental health. Because the thing is, people, my friends, see me struggling on a daily basis. But they don't take that in, that Danielle's struggling. What they take in is, oh my gosh, Danielle's struggling but still standing. I can do that too. And you guys can too. You guys don't have to be down in the dumps when you're struggling. You guys can still stand and still struggle at the same time. Be an inspiration to many. The last thing that I want to talk about is behavior management systems. When I first started behavior management, the mental health clinic here in Rapid City, I thought they were going to change me, like magically change me. But it never happened. And yes, I was a bit disappointed because I wanted to be cured. Everybody wants to be cured, right? But it never happened. I will tell you something that I have not shared with anybody else. Before last November 2019, I did not want to get well. I did not want to pursue. I did not want to be an overcomer. I do not want to get well. And then November, I don't know why November was such a special month, but something in me, I just got this inspiration in me, to inspire me. And let me tell you guys, it takes a lot of work when you have a mental illness. Or should I say, being mentally injured. It takes a lot out of you. I understand that. But the thing is, you grow from your experiences. And I will tell you this. I don't know if any of you guys are in a mental health center or a client of a mental health center, but behavior management has helped me so much, and I did not even realize that until last November, 2019. What I realized was behavior management systems helped me plant the foundation for living a life that has a purpose. Ever since last November 2019, I am against suicide 150%. And I'm against it. I don't like it, but unfortunately it happens. And there's too many people who take their own lives each year. And we need to put a stop to that. Well, like I always say, you're an eagle in the sky, with the sky being your limit. See you guys. Bye.